Hey guys, welcome to the second recording session here or the second video that I'm recording today. You can kind of tell by the outfits that I'm wearing which recording session is which, so yeah. Anyway, here, currently, I have a bunch of different things that I want to do here, but we are going to focus today on story, just so that people do not absolutely murder me. Because, I feel like I have been ignoring story well enough. I did make myself some snacks and food like I always do when we do story, because I do like to eat through the cutscenes. Again, that's pretty standard for my streams, and I'm gonna continue to do that here as well, because it's more or less an autism thing, and of me needing to be able to eat when my body asks to eat, because if I don't, I will not eat. Sorry, not sorry, I guess, technically. I don't know why people would find that offensive, though, but I don't know. Some people are weird. Actually, I wonder what people like and dislike in YouTube videos. If there's anything you would like or dislike about my videos, please let me know. Please, please, please let me know, so that I can change content as needed, because I don't want you guys to be completely bored. Also, I realized I accidentally had my was playing with my keyboard and not my controller, which is gonna turn out bad, because I know me and I know how I play with controller. Actually, wait, this is the story quest I'm wanting to do. Track that one. I was like, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? At least I caught myself. Yeah, I have so many things that the game wants me to do right now, so I'm gonna start with this one here.
This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need to concentrate to feel it. Rover, something terrible
must have happened here. Tacit Field special bonus, okay?
must have happened here. We have to be cautious. This is a tacit field. Let's take out those tacit discords first.
Okay, perfect. Come on.
You're in for it now.
Come on. My child will absolutely wreck your garbage. Okay. My child is going to wreck you. Okay.
One with the sound.
Bullies attack.
Okay. Okay.
Bullies, let's
Don't worry, I've got this.
Okay, perfect. Oh, scary, scary. Honestly, don't care very much. Okay.
Swift and resolute.
There we go. There we go, we cleared the tacit field. Pretty easy. All things considered, anyway. Sure, we'll purify that.
I think I found something, Rover.
Okay. Huh. What do we have here in this investigation point?
Ritualistic wooden plaques. But why are they here? They seem to belong to a different time.
I mean, they might. They might be like a family relic.
I remember reading about something like this. People held large-scale ancient rituals periodically in their villages, driven by certain beliefs.
I see. Let's check somewhere else.
I'm thinking gods. I am 100% thinking gods.
Something's not right. Why wouldn't it attack us?
Brother.
brother. Help!
Who's your brother?
It seems to only repeat these lines. This is not a common tacit discord. Tacit discords attack other living beings because they need to feed on those frequencies to make themselves whole again. When frequencies are scattered and recombined, a new tacit discord is born. This one probably devoured the frequencies of humans, turning the last bits of a human's consciousness into such monotonous mumbles. Are these words the last cries of someone innocent? Who is behind this twisted plot?
I don't want to believe what you're saying here.
I'm sorry. No, that's beyond my ability. I just sensed some complex feelings from it. A mixture of deep sadness and eager anticipation. Rover, I think I know what's going on here. It seems to be begging for help, but it's not asking us to help it. I can sense the pained cries of this tacit discord. No, the cries of this whole village. The village is crying, waiting for rescue.
That's so
Something
depressing.
truly awful must have happened here. And the victims' reverberations still linger. Based on the evidence we've found and the condition of these ruins, that didn't happen all too long ago. I can still feel it in the streams. Perhaps the tacit field has kept this village from being discovered. Or maybe someone has been intentionally concealing it.
Maybe.
Anyway, there must be something we can do. We may find the victims nearby. I can feel someone connected to what happened here is still close. This place is dangerous. I'll inform Chuzia about what happened here. Can we continue our search before the official investigators arrive? Sorry, I know it doesn't sound very convincing. It's just a hunch of mine, and I don't have any evidence to back it up.
This is where Jin sees token pointed
Thank you,
to.
Rover. Please stay vigilant. As for the little one here, let's leave it be.
I feel so bad for the little one. I feel so bad. The poor child.
The area is a mess, but it doesn't look like a war zone. Someone was hurt and dragged away. Look, there are many footprints here. These are traces left by a fight. Someone was injured. These cards. I see. The Fraxidus is likely behind it all.
The Fraxidus?
God damn it.
Yes. I don't know much
Why did
about
we
the
respond
Fraxidus,
with the same?
but as an outrider, I've worked on related cases. It's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with tacit discords. They've caused terror attacks of various scales around the world.
Fusing humans and tacit discords.
We've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou, left by lower-ranked members called artificers.
Oh,
Above
so
the
people have been
artificers
killing.
are
Okay.
the overseers, leaders with eerie abilities and unknown intentions. They pose a far bigger threat. No one knows their true intentions. Some members speak of world destruction, while others claim they seek eternal power. And there is one
Suspect.
particularly insane overseer. He's crazy even by Fraxidus standards. A man who sees no order and revels in destruction. I've seen similar cards in the physical evidence file of the Fraxidus-related cases. They belong to this one overseer I'm talking about. They call him Scar. If he's responsible for what happened to these villagers,
Interesting.
who knows what kind of cruel and twisted atrocities he's capable of.
My brain immediately went to playable character. God damn it. I'm a little twisted, I'm sorry. I'm a little twisted. I apologize, guys.
Huh?
Kitty!
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent so much time on it.
Playable character vibe. God damn it. Playable character vibe. Playable character vibe. No! I'm not skipping this. I'm not gonna skip it. You are Scar?
If you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar. Cruel and twisted maniac.
I don't necessarily think that per se. But where did you take Yang Yang?
We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances, don't you agree? The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment.
What do you want?
Don't worry. I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She is safe now. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that irrelevant person, will you? I have a lot to share with you. To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories.
How did you know?
So, it's true. That makes sense, given how fragile you were when you woke up, or I would have questioned the authenticity of those rumors.
You followed me.
So you noticed. Oh, I am flattered. No need to be so on edge. By now, you should have realized I'm just one of the onlookers. But out of all the onlookers, I'm the only one who came forward to meet you with absolute honesty. Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of conflict.
Interesting.
You are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. Forces have been fighting for possession over you. From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. You are a living, breathing person, but you're just a pawn to many.
Okay, your
That's
point.
why I'm here. Because I see you as a dear friend, and I want to tell you the truth. I am so sorry for everything you're about to face.
Okay.
The truth hurts sometimes.
Okay. As if you're any different. Trying to lure me over with sweet words.
I know you are not one I can sway with simple words. My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more. Come on.
Sorry, I'm trying to distract my
Observe
cat
the
while I do
surroundings
this.
a little more and tell me what you see.
Destruction.
As you learn more
Hey.
about this world, your true desires will surface. And our little game will become even more entertaining.
If he's not playable, I will
And before
strangle
that,
someone.
I don't want anyone to
If
disturb
Scar is
my
not playable,
precious
I will
alone time
strangle
with you.
someone.
That's all.
What did Fraxidus do to this village?
Why do you have to assume we are the culprits? Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened here. I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too boring. As I said, why don't you take a look around and see for yourself? So go ahead. What do you see?
Destruction and despair. A large-scale ritual.
Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn?
The villagers killed each other.
I see you don't really trust those villagers. So they were right about you. You are indeed quite exceptional.
It's just logic. You have to think
I like
logically in
it.
this type of situation.
Your keen observation, precise judgment, and accurate understanding of human nature.
Humans are
Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in our tale? An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers. Next, what makes up our main plot? False devotion, fleeting kindness, collective deceit, senseless killings, and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses. Now, Rover, the story is yours to spin. I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more.
Holy shit. Guys. Guys. Alan Walker vibes. An older, corrupted Alan Walker. Alan Walker mixed with Nia. And maybe a little bit of the Millennium Earl. Confront.
Huh? What is it? Are you back for some chit-chat?
Just tell me the truth.
No. I refuse. Oh, and don't try to threaten me. You're not in a place to bargain, remember? You don't want to disappoint me so soon, Rover.
Fine, I'll go look for clues. I'm not gonna attack him. A crumpled up page from a children's book rests on the torn pieces of the diary paper with childish handwriting. Hi, I found a new home, and a nice uncle gave me this cool new book to write in. Our old home was scared by monsters, so we went on a super long journey to find this new place. I asked when Mommy and Daddy will catch up with me, and Uncle said really soon. Can't wait for them to join us here. The new place is going to be new place is so sunny. It has a huge tree and grows peaches. Not many people from here go to the big city, though. I just want Mommy and Daddy to find me quickly. Today is my birthday. Everyone's being really nice. They said I'm their lucky charm because I can keep those mean monsters away. I'm really happy everyone likes me a lot. We had cake and noodles, and I got presents too. It's been forever since I saw Mommy and Daddy, though. I hope they come back. Will they come back? This marks my 4th birthday here, and our village has made it official. The village head made it official. I'm his daughter now. But before that, everyone has already been taking care of me and shared with me delicious meals. My father told me I'm a child of Qingqi village and should consider myself lucky. I feel really fortunate to be loved by so many people. Even though my powers are still small, I'll do my best to continue protecting this village from being invaded by tacit discords.
Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, lived a flock of carefree lambs. In the day, they toiled for food. And when evening fell, they sought refuge from the looming threat of wolves.
quite a storyteller, aren't you?
Fables. Stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life, don't they? The same story gets told by many, and each person brings their own spin, their own focus.
Yeah.
Whatever you learn from it is just one of countless different interpretations. Like us now, caught in a carefully crafted plotline, a scheme I had no hand in. This village marks the beginning of my story with Jinzhou. So that magistrate led you here to meet me. Such a clever move on her part.
Interesting.
Huh? What is it? Are you... I see. A clever move, but I'm not telling you more.
Aww.
Yet. Wouldn't
Give
want
me
our
more
first
clues.
conversation to become a boring exchange of words, just parroting each other's lines. You don't want to disappoint me so soon, Rover.
Fine. A tree branch are loaded with paper slips, each containing someone's wish. The words on most of the notes are soaked and no longer legible. Read the paper slips. Will this really work? If it does, I wish I could stand up again. I want money. I want enough money to last a lifetime. Amazing! Thank you, Lord! My legs are truly healed. No, Mother just died and left me some money, but I don't want my wish to come true with this. I want my mother back. I want back. Strange. It did make me stronger, but lately it seems to be getting weak again, and I can't. My body won't. It's because I haven't sacrificed enough. Please, please, don't take away my wish. I'll give you anything. Is this really what we all wanted? Really all what we all wanted? So there's a couple two-letter. The two letters in name. I don't want sacrifices in the word. With this, it's 3 letters. That's probably 3 Chinese characters. I can't say for certainty. Not right now, anyway. Another couple of papers from a children's book buried half in the mud.
One day, a shepherd visited the village. The shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. The lambs, drawn in by his words, soon lived in comfort and security.
Is that the end of your story, really?
No, quite the opposite. The shepherd's arrival is only the beginning. With a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter. They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once meager lives were replaced with endless luxury. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard.
Don't like that. Don't like that.
What's wrong?
I know exactly
Does my story make you uncomfortable?
I know where the story's leading.
Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Wouldn't you bow down and beg for food from your master?
We were all created equal. There should be no hierarchy.
Oh, so we agree already. You are right. But the world we live in falls short of our ideals. The shepherd still reigns, and the lambs have grown complacent. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal world a reality.
I feel bad for this poor little one. I guarantee that there was some ritualistic sacrifices going on to make these wishes come true. I mean, that's fine. Not fine, but like, it's understandable why people would want their wishes to come true, but killing people to do so is not
The
necessarily the
lambs
greatest.
reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night. Except the one little black lamb. As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you?
I believe in quid pro quo. If people don't know what quid pro quo is, I'll tell you after this.
Thought as long as I paid a high enough price, I could get my desired outcome. But true equality is scarce. Always has been. The world was never a fair place. Wouldn't you agree? To receive equal retribution, one must give more and more and more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully. When they can make someone else bear the price, they all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider they too may one day pay for another's selfish desire. Funny, isn't it?
Honestly, here. So to explain quid pro quo, for people who don't necessarily know what that is, I'm gonna pull up like an official definition of it because I am not great at explaining it like on the standard basis. Quid pro quo. Quid pro quo is an agreement between two or more parties in which it's like an equivalent trade. It's something for something, essentially. So, for example, here, if any of you have watched Fullmetal Alchemist, the laws of equivalent exchange is quid pro quo. It is very, very quid pro quo. And quid pro quo is probably the most important thing you need to realize about any type of content or anything in this world. Quid pro quo is what's going to make or break you. If you cannot participate in a quid pro quo relationship, you cannot survive in this world very well. I mean, how do I explain this here? Quid pro quo relationships, is like your job. Your job's a quid pro quo relationship, technically. A person who is important has decided to give you money for your time, and you give your time to them in a quid pro quo relationship. It's something for something. Now, there's not a lot of quid pro quo relationships in our day-to-day lives other than our jobs. A lot of time, other than our jobs and purchasing stuff. A lot of times, what we expect... Oh, that was a weird glitch. A lot of times, what we expect from other people is not going to be reciprocated. And in this case here, so for example, a way I can explain what Scar is explaining, instead of using like lambs, it's like a credit card. But you're not going to pay off that credit card. It's someone else's credit card. So let's say here, someone's giving you a credit card with a $100,000 balance on it, and everyone's paying towards the card, but one person is required to pay like the total amount at the end of the month, or total amount at the end of the day. And let's say everyone goes wild, and then that one person has to pay off that full amount and goes into debt, or has to sell their kidneys, or do something extreme to make that credit card payment. In this case here, death. But IRL, it's like you're using someone else's credit card, and then one day it'll be your turn to pay, and you'll have to do that one crazy thing to pay off everyone's card debt. If that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense to people. You find some markings on the wall. As you lean in closer, you look to notice some faint markings on the wall. Words like monster, witch, banish her, all her fault are written thickly into the wall. A crumpled up page from a children's book slowly rustles on the ground.
Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual. But the black lamb was nowhere to be found. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village. One that our black lamb violated by telling the truth. Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes because no more sacrifices were being made. After witnessing the black lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose the white lambs did? Those oblivious lambs. Little did they know the most fearsome demon was right under their noses.
I think Scar partially did this. I don't think Scar is the one who did the killing, but I think he's the one who implanted the idea.
You didn't let any detail slip. Now, I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story? Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs?
Okay, theoretically here. There's actually a thought process here, guys. Technically, it is the shepherd's fault. Because the shepherd is the one making the sacrifice and is the one killing everyone else. But it's actually the white lamb's fault. Because the white lambs need those sacrifices to take place to live in their peaceful utopia. The black lamb, completely not at fault here. The black lamb quite literally just was a person who was like, hey, shit, this is shady shit. In this case here, or the scapegoat. So I'm gonna say the white lambs, but technically that's not the case. It's technically the shepherd, but the white lambs are universally the ones at fault in the end, especially for killing the black lamb. It's a little bit fuzzy, but it's the shepherd. But I'm going to say the white lambs because I personally believe here, if you are stupid enough to fall into a case here and see your flock diminishing or... So it's like, okay, actually a great way to explain this. In a similar way, you have a big, large friend group. You're a big, large friend group, everyone likes everyone, and there's like one like leader friend. This does happen a lot, where there's like one friend that holds everyone together. You have your one leader friend. And your one leader friend is going around and whatnot, and your leader friend is picking off, like, let's say you're all going out for, like, fancy dinners or something, and that one person who doesn't order too much is stuck with the large bill every time. And they fight with the leader friend, but they don't want to fight with anyone else, because it's always the leader friend talking with them. And they get ex-nayed. They are excommunicated. And they're cut off from the friend group. And the friend group gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And then the leader friend, not wanting to get in trouble for destroying the friend group for whatever reason. Again, it could be like fancy dinners. It could be extravagant gifts, expectations. It could be a plethora of things and why the shepherd has, or the leader has thinned your friend group. But it's to the point here where there's like less people. And you go up to the person and then the other person turns around and goes, that person was calling these, let's say they're all been thinned out and they're all like a certain race, or they all have like disabilities, or there's some like universal thing about everyone who they thinned out. It doesn't always happen that way, but sometimes, let's say there is. They'll be like, oh, XYZ hates these people and was talking shit about them. And if everyone likes the leader friend enough, they will gang up and attack on that one person, even if that one person didn't do anything wrong. This is the basis of cancel culture, which is really actually interesting that they're bringing this up. Because, yes, it is the one ringleader causing all the problems. but all the sheep who are listening to the ringleader are perpetuating the problem and attacking the black sheep. Now, cancel culture, in truth, is good in some cases because there are some people who just generally are terrible people and get away with it. However, there is a lot of people who are not terrible, who do one or two fuck-ups, either early on in their career, when they're young, when they're stupid, and then 20 years down the line, everything's down the drain because they made a stupid, shitty little post on AOL, or made a silly little post on Tumblr or 4chan. Actually, 4chan you can't really track. Twitter, like early forms of the internet. And we do see this happen. We see people lose their jobs because one angry person went back and found them saying the N-word, or saying, "I hope you die," or saying something stupid when they were young. Now, if you're 50 and if you're 55 now and you said that 5 years ago, no, like, less to no leeway, because 5 years when you're that old doesn't change a thing. But if you're like 18, 19, 20, and let's say you're like 30, that is a significant growth between the two. Now, that will not excuse major grievances from when you're that young, but saying the N-word once or something is like nothing. And these people who are attacking often aren't actually concerned about the issue at hand. They're often more concerned about whatever their goal or motive is. In our world, it is clout. On social media, it's all about clout. But in this world here, it's about their own desires. And I can guarantee the shepherd wanted something. But yes, the white lambs are technically the reason behind the diminishing number of the lambs.
Brilliant answer. You saw past the obvious.
Yes, because I'm not
stupid. The true culprit
stupid.
was not the shepherd, but the white lambs who chose to follow his rules. The shepherd never forced them into anything. He merely presented a choice, a possibility. No one would have been killed if they simply refrained from making those wishes. Their greed and indifference were the cause of it all. Now, my second question. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes?
Their lives.
Of course, as always. Life was the most valuable thing they had to offer. Here's my final question. What happened to the black lamb? Don't rush, Rover. Take your time. What is the truth you've uncovered?
It was murdered by the flock
The
and its
shepherd was
shepherd.
granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock found out the truth, but chose to be his accomplices, and they willingly offered the black lamb as another sacrifice.
That's right! Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives.
Yep.
But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance.
Yeah.
After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the Black Lamb for breaking the rules and withheld his wish-granting power as punishment.
Yeah. Rip.
From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. And so they continued to play the game.
Absolutely disgusting.
They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again, until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. The Black Lamb got in their way, and that of the shepherd's greedy pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground.
Yeah, no, it's disgusting.
How do you like my story, Rover? What really happened here? I suppose you already have it figured out? The Black Lamb who rebelled against the rules, and the White Lambs who succumbed to their greed. The innocent maiden sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a ruthless frenzy. They had it coming.
They had it coming. They had it coming.
All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel.
God damn it, myself.
That's how he
My
kept
brain
the
is
flock
wired.
in
I'm
check
sorry.
and maintained the status quo.
Is that why you became a shepherd yourself?
Fun answer, but no. Not even close. I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I, we are the Black Lamb. The one who breaks the rules.
He who fights too long against a dragon becomes a dragon himself.
Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this Black Lamb is going to end up like you say.
Fight time? Fight time? We are over the 30-minute mark, but I kind of figured this was going to happen when I did this, so once we are done this segment here, I will be ending the video.
Welcome
but it'd probably
to the
be a little
realm
bit
of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is the right path to take? Oh, you found us already.
Honestly, I think that he did cause the problem.
Blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. Fleece of white, black, and red. Watch out, my dear. Your pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. Join them on this right path, and I've got a scorchingly delightful welcome for you up ahead.
I am not trusting you.
Don't rush. One slip, and you'll shatter to pieces.
Just because I'll shatter to pieces doesn't mean I'll die.
How sounds come forth.
Because shattering to pieces does not mean death. And people who think it does, they're
Such
stupid.
brutality. Can't you see? We are kindred spirits after all. Shh, don't be so quick to deny
Who
it.
says I'm denying
Now that
it?
I have you here standing before me, I'd love to hear your answers.
Who says I'm denying it? That's what I'm thinking. Because I ain't denying that can be a cruel, vicious bitch who has problems. And I'm also
Tell
not
me,
denying.
do you want to be the rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking black lamb? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason? Or the sole apostle? Think about it.
Nope.
The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone for good, the black lamb can reclaim the trust of its herd.
Yeah.
And eventually, there will be none left to be victims or oppressors.
Honestly, here, I do not agree with you in any sense of the imagination. I love how I'm gonna break him and kill him before I even get his shield down, also. But I totally get where Scar is coming from. I don't agree with him. I do not agree with Scar, and if you agree with Scar, I'm sorry, there's some problems. I have to pause, guys. I have to pause, guys, here. The game audio is very loud, and I don't want it to overwhelm my voice completely.
One more time.
Ooh, scary, scary. You did 11 damage to me. Oh, Yang Yang was supposed to come help us when we broke him. Oh, that's so silly. So silly.
Rover? Rover!
Yang Yang.
I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
Oh, should I thank you for showing me mercy?
Stay away from him!
Ooh, pretty lady.
Didn't you promise to leave me some alone time with Rover?
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble others.
Look at you, rushing in to protect your precious, perfect movement. No worries. I know all the do's and don'ts. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Rover, it seems our happy little date must come to an end. But don't forget my sincere reminders. Let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble? The choice is yours. I know how smart you are. You won't make a hasty decision. We'll meet again in the not too distant future.
Throw a little
They're gone.
Tiki Miki in
Should we
there.
go after them?
So like Alan Walker, let's skip it for now. So Alan Walker, Tiki Miki, and
Scar's
Nia and
resonance
Adam.
abilities appear to involve teleportation and the manipulation of space. He trapped me in confinement, and I could only sense that it wasn't far from here. It took me some time to break that barrier. Sorry, Rover.
Yeah,
If only I could have reached you sooner.
he's a bit of a dick, but it's fine. You're safe now. That's all that I care about.
Brother. Brother.
Huh? Why are you here, little one?
And probably head out of
I've
here.
never seen any tacit discord display such vivid emotions. The brother it mentioned. Could it be...
Scar?
Yes, that is a possibility. Since Scar had been here before, let's talk about it later. Rover, Can you fill me in on what happened?
I can definitely fill you in. So we talked a lot about what
Seems
happened.
all the tragedies in Tea Tree Village were linked to that ritual.
Mm-hmm. And Scar was feeding me bits of information.
Making up stories based on real life to support his twisted beliefs? That does sound like something he might do. We cannot take his words for granted. Now, we must locate where the ritual took place and see for ourselves.
Yes, we should give it a check.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
Two distinct frequencies of tacit discords. I see. I can feel it in the streams. Over there. Follow me.
In the south.
Look at who was following them.
They are unharmed. Please rest assured. As you anticipated, Scar did not try to kill them. Yes, I stayed out of it like you asked.
Uh-huh.
Is everything all right on your end? Please be sure to stay safe, my lady.
Ah, yes.
Rover, do you
Okay. Oh, I got another world ascension!
plaque we found earlier? The one broken in half. Yes, as I thought. I just felt a similar vibration from that direction. Please follow me.
We are not gonna do that quite yet. We have more things. First off, we have our level bundle to grab. And then here, Proprius Flex. Currently here we are doing the Huan Long quest. We do have the Phase 1 Ascension quest to do. A couple exploration quests and a couple side quests. We are gonna continue next time to focus on plot. Let's see if we have a little bit to add on to the thing here. We don't have enough to add on yet. So I don't know if we're gonna end up doing another poll before I upload the videos for all the polls that I'm doing here. But yeah, I may not. It all depends and varies. Well, anyway, next time we will be continuing over and doing more story here because, again, story is the best thing for us to be doing here at the moment. And then next recording session here should be sometime this coming week. I honestly do not know. I don't like to record these in super large batches if I don't have to, or if I work. In this case here, I work, so
This
smaller
is a
batches.
testament to my connection with the world around me, and it's very much my companion now, bearing witness to everything
Come
I've
on.
experienced on this
Come on,
journey.
Rover, stop! Okay, Rover, stop talking, okay. So yeah, no, that is the current timeline here. So you guys will be receiving more content, again, weekly, Wednesdays, and maybe other days. Again, things are changing and fluctuating as always, kind of like the fluxes. Anyway, I will see you guys all next time. Thank you for watching my video. Like, comment, subscribe, you know, do the little things. I'd love to hear about you guys, see if there's anything you guys think I can improve on or things you want me to do. Anyway, I won't eat up any more of your time. I will see you guys all next time. Bye, guys!